Okay, people. Thank you so much for being there. I did something, and I believe we are good now. I'm so sorry about that. Uh, so I will start from the beginning so that for those of us who were not in previously, you know, a few minutes ago, we tried to begin to discuss something, and something happened about the echo and again, so I have to go off for a few minutes to sort it out. Okay, so how are we doing? Thank you so much for being there. I appreciate you. I believe by now we shouldn't have echo. By now I believe we should be good. All right, so I will just begin again to discuss what the topic of today is about. Thank you so much, everybody. Happy Sunday. How has your week been? I hope you are doing good. Okay, so I told us, okay, let me just start as if we're just starting afresh so that people who may be seeing this video uh will not be confused that okay, what's she talking about. So I this let me just allow you to watch, dedicate this one to children of September. I This was the service for today, and don't forget today's Thanksgiving. Every day is Thanksgiving, really. That's on a Sunday, first Sunday of the month, we dedicate to thanking God for life. So I'm dedicating this to the children of September. All right, so let's go there. Thank you so much. I got a feedback that we are having a perfect audio now. Thank you so much, people. God bless you. So, how are we doing? How is our week? I dedicated that to the children of September, and I pray that God will keep you in good health. All right, and in plenty, because actually God promised us long life. Okay, He said, "With long life will I satisfy you." So it's not about any prophet saying it. It's not about any any seer saying it. It is God that made that promise, and when He does a promise, He's faithful to make it good. All right. So just relax your mind. Just Okay, that's all you need to do. All right. So thank you people for being here today. I appreciate you. I hope Sister Oputa Anwuli will come back because she's one of my die-hard followers on this channel. So how are we doing today? I posted on the community during the week that we'll be talking about a Nigerian pastor. Yeah, you know, we have a lot of them out there. You see, when things like this happen, when we have situation like this, I wonder what's going on in the minds of people. Mhm. Are we conscious that after here, after our sojourn here on earth, we are going somewhere? When we see the kind of things people do, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked actually. The scripture says the heart of man is desperately wicked. And it posed a question, who can know it? And the answer is nobody. I'm sure even there are some things we do and God will be like, okay, are you for real? You know. So this man is a Nigerian pastor. So he relocated to the US with the intention to continue, I mean, to have the ministry continue here. And he arrived. After I had dropped the hint and the gist, rather, we will, like we do on this program, this is unscripted. It's, you know, we just discuss life issues as it is, raw as it is, no script, nothing. So that's why we call it unscripted with IT, all right? So he came into the US, and there are a lot of things that people do in this. Oh, Sister Willie is back. Thank you so much. I just have to disconnect another another mic. Yes, and I hope you are hearing me clearly. Thank you so much, Sister Willie. Welcome back. I wanted this to be live shows. That's why I don't, you know, when I said I would record this, or that, I was like, okay, let me just try this, and thank God it worked. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So this guy came into the US with the intention to continue the ministry. All right, so, and then he did what others do, because there are a lot of things, you know. I'm discussing this today because for me there should be some kind of distinction between someone who says he's a man of God and the congregation. It's not as if God is partial. The thing, anybody can, we are all children of God. I always say it on this channel, God doesn't have grandchildren. He has children. We are all children of God. But for this purpose of leadership, for the purpose of letting things be organized, some people are, you know, separated to be okay, pastors to be leading the congregation, because it's not possible for everybody to be leading at the same time. That is just it. For all I care, for all I know, as a member of a church, you even can be more closer to God than the individual who say he's a pastor. Let me allow you to give this video a thumbs up. You know, I explained to you that when you give videos thumbs up, all what happens is that YouTube is able to suggest the video to people, you know, people like you, people with like minds like you. So it won't be as if you are the only one that, you know, that saw the video. That is just the essence of, thumbs up. All right. So thank you so much if you have done that. So let's continue with the story. So he came in, as I was saying, there are things people out there do that you expect someone who says a man of God not to do. And that is why when we hear things concerning them, someone who says a man of God, I personally am concerned. I'm like, okay, what is this about? What is going on? I know people, I know a lot of things happen in order to get, especially in our broad countries, in order to get settled, in order to get the documentation, the official documentation of that country. It happens in the US, it happens in London, key countries. Because the truth be told, there are a lot of things that it will be convenient for you to get done when you have those official documentation. So people go the extra miles, to get this documentation. Some people are so reasonable in the way they do it, such that it doesn't affect their marriages back home in Nigeria specifically. um I don't want to say Africa. Some people, a lot of our people here, if you say where are they from, they say they're from Africa. I'm not from Africa. I'm from Nigeria. Africa is a continent, not a country. We must we must be able to differentiate. So people come, they do a lot of things that will not impact on their family, on their home back in Nigeria. All right. For the sake of being modest, there are things I will not mention. Yes, but so that we don't get the government of these countries to be big to say, okay, this is what they do. Actually, all these things are open secrets anyway, so it's not as if they don't know, they do, but we still have to be modest. So this man came into the US and all all the hog. He married another woman who happened to be a citizen of this country. And interestingly, the sad now part of it is that his wife back in Nigeria still think that she is the only wife, that there's something is going on here. She doesn't know anything. And the woman is said to be living in the mission house of the church back in Nigeria. So when I had it, I was like, okay, when we do a lot of things to get documentation of this kind of country, it's good to get them. Are they actually visas to heaven? All right. There are people who made arrangements, pay people off, make payments for people to help them get what the things that are needed. But when you now went the extra mile to actually marry the lady, and your wife back in Nigeria is in the dark, she doesn't know what is going on. To her husband is here a pastor. If this had been done, if it is a church member that we usually refer to as floor members, that this did this kind of a thing, then we'll say, okay, they are just floor members. They are not up there. They are not men of God, all right? So What do you think? Because I begin to imagine on the day this woman, the wife in Nigeria, I begin to imagine the day she will get to know about this. I mean, I can't even begin to wrap my mind against it. I mean, around it. So I wonder, so when you get American citizenship, what's next? Now, this guy is still a pastor here in the US. In fact, he has a church now. And I'm like, you are living in sin. Please talk to me on the chat. You can call. Let's just, I'm not the only one that wants to be talking. You know that by now, okay? So I'm just giving my own thoughts, my own take on this. If we say we are children of God, if we say we are serving God, especially you are a pastor, people expect you to live above board, yes. And now you have this situation, you have a church. So each time this guy mounts the pulpit, I'm wondering what is it that goes on in his mind. Now, this is a life of deceit, lies, all right. And the sad thing, the thing about lies is that when you lie, you have to continue lying in order to cover up for the previous lies. So over time, such people lie to the extent that they don't even feel anything. Their conscience doesn't prick them anymore. That's what the scripture refers to as people that has reprobate heart. You know, they do it. They don't feel anything because it has built up. That is what happened when a man is a carnal man, like the scripture describes them. Carnal man, you are just there. You don't have a heart that that pricks. But the moment a man comes into Christ, the moment you become a spiritual man, when I say man now, I'm being generic, man, woman, all right? When you become a child of God, the Holy Spirit in you will be on you when you do things. When things happens, when you take decisions, or you, even as little as reacting to things, as little as your responses to situation, something inside of you will say, hey, that thing you did was wrong. Those are the things you can get away with when you are carnal, when you are a carnal man, a carnal woman. But the moment you say, okay, I'm for Christ, the Spirit of God is in me, then that Spirit of God in you will not allow you to do some things. There are some things you want to do with, that's why you hear some expression like, oh, if not for Christ. Some people will do some things and oh my goodness, God will not allow me to do this if not for Christ. So when this man now that is supposed to be a man of God, supposed to be, be an example to others out there, and is in this kind of situation, what do you think? If tomorrow the wife get to know, what do you think will happen? And these are people that will say, okay, oh, no divorce, no matter what is happening in the family, in the marriage, you just have to take it. So tomorrow night, this woman hears about, because there's a saying in Yoruba that if lies travels for 20 years, truth We catch up. We catch up one day, in a minute, in a jiffy. Truth will catch up. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. What do you think? What do you think? What are the likely things that may happen when eventually this woman, the woman of the house, the the wife, the pastor's wife, when eventually she's brought into the situation and she gets to know, what do you think will happen if she filed for divorce in this kind of situation? Can she be blamed? uh it's I don't know. Let's talk, please. You can send me chat, you can call me, and let's discuss this situation that we find today. Because honestly, there are a lot of people that their husbands would leave their vicinity where they were, and you know get involved with other women and even marry them. Yeah, it happens. Then they become a polygamist. But when this is happening in the court of a pastor, in the yard, when I say court time, in the yard of someone who says is a man of God, someone who is a pastor, then who is saved, people? Who is saved? Who is saved? Who is saved? Who is saved? Okay, who is a man of God now? Because there are a lot of things that these people do that you would be like, okay, what what is this? This is unacceptable. Who is a man of God now? So let's just talk about it. Send me chat, send me messages, call, and let's talk about it. What should be the reaction of the wife eventually if she gets to know? Because there is no time she will not know. You need to see the child the lady here has for this man. You need to see that child. You see, there's some children that you will have that it will be like, okay, is this man running away? I'm one of them. If you see me, you see my, a lot of people got to know me because of my father. You know, people will see me and be like, okay, you are the daughter of so person. Oh my goodness. If you see this, that's why the father is a female. If you see the child this lady here had for this man, is as if the guy vomited, literally. We talk like that. I was as if he vomited him. And okay, I don't want to say unfortunately. And he's a boy. Where you see him, you look, okay, this is the son of this person. So there is no, you can't say, okay, I'm gonna do DNA, maybe it's not his child, or this DNA is physical DNA, the kind of a child you will see. I say, okay, let's not even argue about this. Let's not talk about this. There's no basis for doubts. All right, that's the kind of child this lady has. So I say, okay, God must be wanting to really disgrace this guy, because I know God will still disgrace him. That is it. That's the truth. I said, for this boy to resemble this guy like this, God must be ready in the future to to deal with him. So in the comment section, let me just know what your thoughts are on this situation. Like, you know me by now, I don't do long videos, either recorded or live or anything. No long videos. All right, so in the absence of other discussion, let me just know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think will happen by the time this lady gets to know the wife, the pastor's wife in Nigeria? By the time she gets to know about what her husband had done, the evil, the evil he has done. Please give this video thumbs up and let me know your take on the situation. By the time the wife gets to know, what do you think will happen? All right, in the event that she get to know, which she will, no matter how long it will take, she will get to know. Should she just take it as, okay, it's one of those things, let's just continue, or pack her things, and interestingly, all our children back in Nigeria are boys. I say, oh my goodness. So it's really a terrible situation. So because why I mentioned that is that some men, they will say, okay, they are looking for a boy, and then they will go and get another woman to give them boy. Okay, so all the children back in Nigeria, they are all boys, so boys. So what is the excuse? He did that in order to get documentation, like I said from the beginning of this broadcast. Yes. So after using this illicit way, after using this ungodly way to get documentation, to get American citizenship and all that, what next? And interestingly, let me drop this before I leave. This is a thing he will have gotten over time. Yeah, he will have gotten it over time. But because there are a lot of ways, even with the church can file for him because he came in to continue the ministry here. So church can file for him. It's possible. So now that he has used this dubious, sinful way to get American citizenship, what next? All right, people, I'm going to see you again next week. I promise you we won't be having this this echo issue. I promise you, because I think I have known the secret now. I have two mics here. I have two mics, so I disconnected one. So I think that is I doesn't do like that when I record ordinarily. All right, people, have a blessed week ahead. I'm going to see you again during the week, and God bless you. Whatever God planned for you to get in life, you will get it. Trust me, you will get it. You see, we in Christendom, the major problem of the world now is what Abraham did concerning his promise for a child. God promised him for it. In fact, this is very similar to this, what we discussed today. God promised Abraham, you are going to be the father of many nations. All right, so you might want to say, it is Sarah that said you should go and meet a guy. Okay, he's a man, right? Now, I have taught about it. I have ministered on it before in my church back in Nigeria. I said, hey, Sarah wasn't there when God gave Abraham that promise. Yeah, she wasn't there. This was a discussion between God and Abraham. So when Sarah suggested, go into my maid, ordinarily, a reasonable man would say, hey, I know what I and God discussed. Like me personally, now there are some things that God gave me a glimpse of what will happen. He doesn't have to tell people. I don't have to tell people about it. But when people are concerned about some areas, I'm calm. I know what the outcome will be. Yes, if you're a child of God, you will know. You will know. Yeah, trust me. So one would have expected Abraham to say, hey, God has told me I and you will have a child. Look at the lineage of Ishmael now. This is the problem in Christendom. This is the problem in the whole world as it is. Because somebody cannot hold on. Because somebody cannot wait. Look at all the crises we're having now. Because somebody wanted to take the shortcut. Now, this person we're talking about took this pastor took shortcuts to getting American paper and all that. What's next? What is the future? What's going to happen in future? So let me. I don't let me tell the things in my mind of what I just on a general note, generally advising us now. When God gives you a promise, He will. In fact, the day He gave you that promise, it is done. All the period you have to wait before people begin to see it, the period is processing period that He will process you in order for you to be ready for that blessing. So, whatever it is that God has promised you, hold on to Him. Be rest assured that it will. Am I preaching now? I'm not a pastor. Be rest assured that His promise will come to pass. He doesn't like people. So don't do shortcuts. That's the same thing with people that think that, okay, they can do money rituals to get quick money and all that. At the end of the day, they don't last. What is the essence of getting rich quick and then you are not there to enjoy the riches? Whatever God promised you, He will give you and you will live long to enjoy it. That is what is important. Okay, people, I'm going to see you. There is someone that really called me from Nigeria. I'm sure he's not around today. He will call. Yeah, I'm sure he's not around today. All right, people, I'm going to see you during the week by the grace of God and next Sunday. I love you so much. Thank you for staying tuned. And please subscribe to this channel, like, share, and let me know your thoughts. God bless you. Bye. Have a blessed week. Bye.